Best possible start in this shootout. So here we go. Japan up first. Honda against Majid Nasser. Oh, can you believe that? That's an awful penalty from Keisuke Honda. Not just a little bit over the crossbar, but a mile over. Stunning in the worst possible sense. He got right underneath it.
Well, that's exactly how the Iran-Iraq penalty shootout started as well, with a haymaker. I mean, I've almost seen it all here tonight from a Japan perspective, and that takes the cake.
Normally so cool from the spot. Well, Japan's best player has skied one. What about the UAE's best? Omar Abdulrahman from the Al Ain club. And a huge talent. Can he beat Kawashima and give the UAE the lead in this shootout? Oh, he can in the cheekiest manner possible. The Panenka. That's the confidence of this kid. I'm not sure his coach will approve, but they lead 1-0 UAE.
Well, this is so delicately hit.
You cheeky so-and-so.
Well, Eiji Kawashima nearly had a chance to get back up again. It was so delicate. And that was, again, to take a leaf out of the Iran-Iraq penalty shootout, the way Yunus Mahmoud converted his.
So the skipper to take over for Japan, Makoto Hasebe, to get them on the board. He doesn't miss. You never fancied he would.
I never fancied Keisuke Honda would miss. Great penalty.
That's how it stands, 1-1. Japan have missed one though, through Honda. And up next for the UAE, Ali Mabkout, who scored at this end of the ground to put the UAE one up after just 7 minutes. They almost held on to that lead right to the end, only to be pegged back. Can Mabkout score for a second time in this end of the stadium? He can. Coolly done. 2-1 for the UAE.
Very cool. A very, very cool customer. You think back to that goal 7 minutes in, there was a very subdued celebration. Well, maybe he's just too cool for school, Ali Mabkout.
And from one goal scorer in the regular 90 minutes to the other, Shibasaki. He took us into extra time and now into penalties. Shibasaki puts it in the top corner, sends Nasser the wrong way. And we're back at 2-2. Still the advantage, though, with the UAE.
Perfect penalty from Shibasaki.
Next for the Emiratis, Khamis Ismail, who is a rock in front of that defensive backline. He can hardly watch, he's almost in tears, that Emirati fan. Khamis Ismail puts it over the top, and we're back square. Oh dear.
Indeed. He's definitely in tears now, poor old mate. But two of the best players on the field have hit the two worst penalties. And that's not as bad as Keisuke Honda's, but the net result is the same. But a fantastic game Khamis Ismail has had.
Well, you don't like to see players who played well during the 90 minutes miss what looks like a very simple task, unless you're actually in the situation which Yohei Toyota is now, to give Japan the lead for the first time in the shootout. Toyota blasts it. Too strong for Majid Nasser. 3-2 Japan. Bit of pressure now on the UAE. Just went for power, didn't he? Majid Nasser gets the right way.
Very close. Savable, you've got to say.
Now, substitute Majid Hassan is next up for Mahdi Ali's team. A youngster from Al Ahly, making his Asian Cup debut today. Big responsibility on those 22-year-old shoulders. UAE trailing 3-2 in the shootout. Can he get them back level? He can. Confidently done. Well done, the youngster. 3-3.
Held his nerve. And a good solid strike. Even if Kawashima guesses the right way, he's not saving that.
Well, we've had 2 misses so far. Neither has been a goalkeeping save. Both have been wide of the mark. What about Morishige for Japan? The only ever present in the reign of Javier Aguirre. He trusts him, this man, Javier Aguirre. Can he trust him from the spot? Morishige tucks it away. And it's 4-3 Japan. And now there's a whole heap of pressure on the UAE. Japan have had their 5 penalties, and the UAE must now score to take it into sudden death. And it's going to be Habib Al Fardan charged with the responsibility of keeping the UAE alive. Prayers being offered up by players and fans alike. Mahdi Ali can't even look. Comes down to this for the UAE and for Japan. Long delay, and he tucks it into the corner. Good penalty, and into sudden death we go. 4-4. We could be here all night, Andy.
Well, it is sudden death. It was sudden death for that man, Habib Al Fardan. But he didn't flinch. Measured approach. Kawashima read it or guessed it wrong.
A night of huge tension in Sydney. Next is Shinji Kagawa, one of the most talented players Japan has ever produced. He's hit the post! Disaster for Japan. The UAE now have the chance to go through to the semi-final.
Well, I've seen it all now. I've seen it all. Keisuke Honda and Shinji Kagawa missing in the same penalty shootout. And now they need something from Eiji Kawashima, or they need an attack of the nerves for the beanpole.
Ismail Ahmed was a tower of strength after coming off the bench for Mahdi Ali. One kick, and they're in the last 4, and the holders are out. Ismail